What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be starting a new series on the channel, and that is going to be what shoes to resell in this month. And today's month, or this month upcoming, is going to be January of 2018. And essentially I'm going to be telling you which shoes to resell and which shoes you shouldn't resell. I'm just going to be talking about the controversial ones. I'll leave out all the ones that are kind of obvious. However, I have to say this, I'm going to miss some. And that might be because, one, I forgot them, one, I didn't have access to the information at the time, or like three, there were updates later. So please, guys, leave in the comments if I miss anything whatsoever. In addition to that, if you disagree with me, I would really appreciate it if you could leave your reasoning down below. And I would also like to say, I know, a lot of you guys are against reselling. And I completely understand that. However, I still feel like you should stick around for the video just because, hey, these shoes that will resell can be used for trade bait as well. Or maybe you want to know which shoes can you sleep in on, which shoes should you wait for the sale on, compared to which shoes do you have to wake up early for. So I think we can all agree that this might be somewhat of an important topic to talk about, whether you're reselling or not. Without anything further ado, though, let's just get right into it with the first shoe, and that is going to be the Zoomfly Neutral Indigo. And the reason I'm talking about these shoes, I think a lot of you guys know that Zoomflies don't really have a ton of resale potential. I mean, let's just look at some other Zoomflies that have released in the past that would have resale in other silhouettes of shoes. However, with the Zoomfly, they still don't have resale. But like I said, I'm mentioning all these controversial shoes as well. So with a retail of $150 on January 4th, these will be releasing. And I'm going to have to say no, these will not have resale. However, they are super cool shoes, so I might consider getting them. I'm not sure, though. But I don't like to base any of this stuff off of opinions, so let's get to the next shoe. Next shoe is going to be the Utility Triple Black Vapor Max. This shoe is releasing on January 4th for a retail of $225. Now listen closely, guys. I know that there is a huge community for the tech fleece shoes, the tech fleece sweaters, all that good stuff. So I actually think that these shoes will sell out. So if you're interested in copying, I would not sleep. I don't know how long it will take for them to sell out. However, with a retail of $225, I don't think there's that much profit potential. Like, I think after fees, wherever you're selling, even with just PayPal fees and shipping as well, I don't think there's much resale at all. I mean, if you just look at the plain triple black Vapor Maxes, I don't know, there's not much resale on those. So coming from a shoe that's actually going for more, I can't see a ton of resale coming from these, so I would not go for these if you're going for resale. But if you're in that tech fleece community, these are super cool. Next up, you guys know I have to mention some Jordans, because I love Jordans. So we got the Jordan 7 Fadeaway. This shoe is completely covered in red, and as we know, the Jordan 11 Win Like 96s, those were also all red, and those sold out, and there is some resale on them. However, these are Jordan 7, and Jordan 7s don't have as much demand. They will be retailing for $190 on January 6th, and I don't think these will have resale at all. I think they're super cool, but I don't even think that they'll sell out immediately. Maybe it'll take a day or two, maybe even a week. I'm not sure, but I definitely wouldn't count on any resale. Next up, we have the Jordan 1 All-Star LA. These will be releasing on January 10th for a retail of $160. Now, I don't think these will have resale either, so we're just getting hit with a bunch of controversial shoes that don't have resale, but don't worry, we'll get to some that do, but I have to mention these. And I don't think these will, coming from the previous LA ones that have released. Those didn't have resale at all, so I wouldn't count on these having resale. Moving on, we have the Jordan Flyknits, the Shadow colorway to be exact, and to be quite honest, I definitely don't think these will resell at all. I don't even think they will sell out, so maybe if you like these, you can wait for that sale. The retail will be $180, releasing on January 13th. Feel free to cop them. I just wasn't a whole fan of the Flyknit thing. I mean, I like the leather inside, but like I said, I'm not basing any of this off opinions. Keep that in mind. Next shoe we have the Gold Toes, and finally, guys, I'm bringing up a shoe that I really do think has some resale potential. We had a bunch of no's before, but I think this one is a yes. So this shoe is very similar to the gold top 3s. It's a different shoe. You got to keep that in mind. These will be releasing on January 15th for a retail of $160, I believe. And the reason I believe these will have resale, I know that they're going to be a little more produced than the top 3s. The top 3s were extremely limited. However, whoever wasn't able to cop the top 3s, that is going to inevitably increase demand for these because they look extremely similar. Now, I do not by any means think that the resale will be even close to the top 3 golds. However, considering the retail is only $160, after fees, after shipping, I still think that there is a little profit involved, even if they're produced heavily. But if they're even more limited, that just means more profit. So I definitely think you should go for the gold toes if you want to resell them, or if you just want to use them for trade bait. But personally, I want to get a pair just so I could wear them. I think they're nice shoes. Going on, we have the Jordan 13 Olives. These will be releasing on January 20th for $190. Definitely don't think these will resell, but I had to mention them. I think they're a super universal shoe. Simple colorway, match a lot of stuff, but it's just not going to do it. Maybe if these are extremely limited, personally, I would not take the risk if I were you. Moving on, we have these Kendrick Lamar Cortez ones, also known as the Kenny ones, I believe. And they're only retailing for $100 US. I think the release date is going to be January 28th. I'll put it on the screen because I'm not 100% on that. But these shoes are probably going to be the best profitable shoe or best shoe for trade bait in January. This is the #1 shoe. The reason I'm saying that is because, one, it's a collab with a celebrity. Those always do well. But more importantly, the retail is only $100. So it almost leaves little to no risk at all for profitability. So I really do think that I would have a lot of confidence in this shoe. In fact, I will be making a how to cop guide for this shoe as we get closer to the release. So far, I do believe it will only be on the sneakers app. I could be wrong, but we'll get into all that as we get closer to the release. So feel free to subscribe if you want to stay updated with anything. Also, feel free to leave a like if you're enjoying this. That would also be appreciated, but you're not pressured to do so. Moving on to the next shoe. This was a shoe that's actually releasing earlier that I forgot to mention, and that is the Foamposite One Abalone. And this will be releasing for $230 on January 20th, I think. And I really do think this is an awesome shoe. In fact, I'm heavily considering getting it for myself because I don't care too much about hype and I love my foams. But I don't think there'll be a lot of resale just because the retail is $230. I think that'll scare a lot of people away. It also decreases your profits heavily, makes the resale fees higher, like when you're on StockX, since it's a percentage, not a flat fee. So I wouldn't risk it on these, but I have this tip at the end of the video that I'm going to share with you, and that is just how you're going to be able to tell which shoes are going to be profitable or not the day before they release. Because right now, these are just estimates, but I'm going to be giving you that tip where you basically know which ones are going to be profitable. So the next shoe we have up is the Chinese New Year Jordan 6s. These will be releasing on January 27th for $250. I definitely think these will sell out. So if you like these, don't sleep. However, I don't think there will be a lot of resale potential, or I just don't think there's going to be a lot of profit involved because the retail is $250 in comparison to most Jordan 6s that are what, like $185 or $190 around there. So it's not even like they're $225 like the Gatorade 6s. These are $250, so there might be a small resale, but looking at the Jordan 12s that were the Chinese New Year's, those don't even have a lot of resale, so I wouldn't count on it for these. They're an awesome shoe, though, so if you like them, don't sleep. So, like I said, it's the end of the video right now. I'm going to mention the tip that I promised you guys, and essentially this tip is basically just going on StockX the morning before the shoe releases, and all hype shoes that have resale potential, they should be on there the morning before the release. And you just got to check what they're selling for because people get early pairs. And those people who get early pairs are trying to get rid of them quick, but they don't want to drop the price too heavily. So it's usually somewhat accurate for what I'm discussing, and that is if the shoe is about $100 or more above what the retail is, there is profit potential. So that means if a shoe that's going for $225, if you see it going for like $300-ish to $350, maybe even more, that is definitely a shoe that you should be picking up. But if you see that it's only going for $280, $270, that's kind of risky, and after fees and all, there's no way you should be copying that, because just think about it logically. After they release, the price is going to drop. In addition to that, you have to pay for shipping and fees on some sites. So basically, that's how you know if a shoe is going to resell for a lot of money. I made a video on this a little while ago. Feel free to check it out. The quality is awful, but right now the quality is much better. So feel free to subscribe. Feel free to leave a like. And that should conclude the video. Have a fantastic day.
And that problem is transport. It takes very, very long, because cars is big. Throw transport down the well. Come on!